What's going on, everyone? It's the Fantasy Football Almanac back at it with another fantasy football video. Today we're going to be discussing waiver wire for week 9 for fantasy football, so you guys can get the best players on your rosters and absolutely win your league, dominate your league mates. But before we get into it, if you guys could, please go down, give this video a like. I'm answering every single comment, so if you guys have any fantasy football questions, please go down to the comments below. I would love to help you all out, and subscribe to the channel, turn that notification bell on so you do not miss another video. With that out of the way though, let's hop right in to our first waiver wire pickup. So for the first few guys I want to cover, they are wide receivers. The first guy I got is Rondale Moore, and Rondale Moore is only rostered in 52% of leagues, so while yes, he does slightly exceed my roster rate threshold of 50%, at this point, he's available in half of all leagues. I would go out there and get him immediately. DeAndre Hopkins is the wide receiver 1 in this offense without a doubt, but Marquise Hollywood-Brown is going to miss the next at least probably 3 weeks with the fractured foot, so we can't expect Hollywood to be back for a while, and Rondale Moore will fill his stead, as we saw this week with him dropping almost 20 fantasy points in PPR scoring with 7 catches, 92 yards, and a touchdown. Well, he might not be available for playoffs. He will help you get to the playoffs, and that is a big thing in itself in fantasy football. Go out and get Rondale Moore, second-year player, only 22 years old, has a ton of talent, is getting design touches in the system as well. The next player I want to talk about is Devin Duvernay. And well, yes, Devin Duvernay is a guy who hasn't really received a whole lot of targets this season, only surpassing 6 targets one time. He is going to benefit from no more Mark Andrews in this offense. Rashad Bateman is also out as well. I think Devin Duvernay's a nice stash for at least this week. And we've seen his big playability before, getting deep bombs, running the ball for 15 yards for a touchdown. I wouldn't say he's worth it to own in all leagues if you have deep wide receivers, but at the same time, I think he is worth it to roster if you are in a bit of a deeper league and you do need a wide receiver to play for this week. Right now, he is rostered in 51% of leagues, so again, right over that roster rate threshold, but at the same time, he's available in half of all leagues. I would absolutely go and pick him up. Next up, we got another Raven. We got Isaiah Likely, and Isaiah Likely will most likely be filling in for the stead of Mark Andrews if Mark Andrews is forced to miss time. And Isaiah Likely is likely, no pun intended, going to be just as good as Mark Andrews in his stead. I mean, he's a rookie right now, went to Coastal Carolina, but this week he receives 67% of snaps, gets 77 yards for 6 receptions and a touchdown. It's phenomenal work for a guy in his first game as the starter. It's amazing to see what Isaiah Likely can do. And while yes, he's not going to be a long-term guy at tight end, in a landscape where the whole tight end landscape is picking from crumbs, Isaiah Likely is a fine option to plug in and play for your tight end position this week. But next up though, I got another Raven. I got Kenyan Drake, and well, yes, I think Kenyan Drake is a bit of a trap. I wouldn't go spend a lot on him if you're in Fab. He is utilized a decent amount, and I think that's good enough if you really need a pinch running back. Considering guys like Saquon are on bye this week, you may need one. So Kenyan Drake's at least worth it if you really desperately need a flex play. But personally, I would stay away. I think he's a trap, splitting carries with Gus Edwards. They're going to be riding the hot hand. You also have Justice Hill in this offense. J.K. Dobbins coming back. But I think he's worth the roster spot at least this 1 week. And then the last guy, it's a pretty dry week for waiver wire overall, but the last guy I want to talk about is Damien Williams. And Damien Williams is most likely going to be coming off IR this week, most likely playing. And if that's the case, we could see him take the 15 carries that Tyler Algier is getting or that Caleb Huntley is getting, because this is a run-first offense. And if that's the case, I'm fine taking 15 carries on the waiver wire. It's a really gross pickup. He's 30 years old, but I think he's at least worth a shot on, a dart throw, to potentially have some fantasy relevance before Patterson comes back. Once Patterson comes back, this is going to be the Patterson show once again. But until then, I think Damien Williams is at least worth a dart throw. But anyways, guys, that is going to be it for the video. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you guys did, please go down and give this video a like. I am answering any comments, so if you guys have any questions, please go hit me up down below. And subscribe to the YouTube channel, turn that notification bell on so you don't miss another video. What would mean the world to me. As always, guys, have a good day, a good night, and a good life.